27 Hearts Beats.
We be solid. 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 Like throwing up the fin and stacking on the boss. While y'all might take it as a win, and I might take it as a loss. Well, I don't know about Ty Data, he's a swirler and I don't trust him. Well, between China and India, there's like 5 billion motherfuckers. You think I'ma sit around and butter up you motherfuckers? With a mathematical equation, location is right here, motherfucker. I might be in Minnesota, that's where Chicago, motherfucker. So check your GPS, the destination of a hustler. They don't even gotta buy for free, I'm giving away this shit. And some people don't even recognize it like, what the fuck is this? It's genesis to your existence. And it's that you implement. Cause we be solid. 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 Well, good luck on your Jesus journey and God bless Allah. Preparing for the destruction of people the longer they following Allah. Are you going or you staying? You got plans or you praying? Cause the number one excuse you got is a pedophile ass white. Did your book want a creature with 5,000 heads and 10,000 hands? Cause y'all niggas is playing. Doing the same thing over again like Neo and the train. When it's time to do the rain dance. We be solid. 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 Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Original People News. I'm your host, Ty Data the Cyborg, Tyron Vital. Welcome, what's up to all the members of 5,000 Elite, and to the community. Today we're going to talk about what's next for the community. Moving forward and trying to get things together. But first off, let me apologize for some of the non-tribal content. I'm experimenting with some new technologies on my own personal journeys, and I'm running it through the channel and I'm testing it through the channel, and so there has not been any tribal content or any actual real authentic Aborigine or original people content. But there are multiple channels out there that is dedicated to giving you all the good and juicy tribal content. And this channel, Tribe Up channel, is one of those channels as well. But because the Tribe Up channel has been shut down. And if you would like to go to our new channel, we're going to have the link in the description box. Right now it's called Imagine That. It's one of the old channels before the Tribe Up channel, and so you can definitely log and go subscribe there for the time being. So I do apologize for the non-tribal information that's been coming out. Me personally, I have my own journeys that I have to go to attend. But I feel an obligation to keep content out there and going and flowing through the channels. So I try to do the best I can. But there are many channels out there. You got, Chief Nature out there on Aborigine TV One, and Chief Ether Aborigine TV. You have lots of other channels out there. AP, Tasha's One, and the rest of the crew. So you have a lot of people out there that's strictly, the content that, if that's what you into. And that's what you're looking for. So those of you who are looking for tribal content, you know, the best thing to do is to, log on to one of those channels and or join the back chat and talk to some people in the back chat, and they will let you, know where to get the content at, the good tribal content. And so I do apologize for that. And so, one thing I do want to talk about before we going down, get down to, moving forward, because this is what this about. Let's make sure we understand what this is all about. This is all about a younger generation and an older generation that's trying to make up for their failed attempts. And I am one of those people in the older generation who failed you. And so you know some of the things that I offer to you and bring to the table to you, whether it's 5,000 Elite, whether it's the Lakeisha app, whether it's the POS system, whether it's the headphones, or whatever it is. It is, my attempt to try to make up for my, I guess, you know my failed, being a failure in my community, and trying to make it up in the younger years. And so Tribe Up, 5,000 Lee, everything is always dedicated to the younger generations. This is not where we come and find a profession. This is not where we come and we find a lane here. Most of us come to this community, we already have a set lane, and we already have, something we are either perfectionist or that we bring to the table. And so we would, so coming here into the community, is very important that you understand your lane, and most people understand their lane, so that way you can offer the best you can to the community, by staying in your lane. But there is some people, they come here, they don't have a lane. So you have to be able to understand that and be on the lookout for that. Because if a grown ass man come here with no lane and no set skills, it can throw things off a little bit. But so it's very important that we keep in mind what's this all about. It's all about the younger generation and the younger people, whether you like it or not. Now, and that's the overall purpose of the tribe up and 5,000 lead in everything. Now, before I get into that, I want to get into, because it's kind of some, some bad news, because a lot of people is not going to be able to make it to the next level. And and this is not based on, you know me personally, or it's not based on, it's based on the individual. It just doesn't have what it takes to make it to the next level. Now, and I guess I'm gonna try to make this short and we can go there. um don't forget, if you trying to find out where we at, and uh in the description box when I upload this, there should be a link in there, and you can find out our channel, the couple channels that we have left that still work. um you can find them there. um now now on with moving forward. That takes us to, some young brothers and sisters out there in Oakland, California. Oakland in the building. You know what I'm saying? The Bay. I mess with Bay. I mess with the Bay. Spice One, that was my favorite rapper growing up. You know what I'm saying? The figgity fucking faculty is in the house. Like for real. Don't mess with me with that Spice One. So I mess with the Bay Area right there. And I know y'all probably don't know too much about Spice One. He probably about 50, 60 by now. But back in my day, that was my dude. And so, some young brothers out there in Oakland, what they're trying to do is they're trying to collect a bunch of people they have been listening to on the internet throughout this community, and they want to be able to, um, They want to be able to fly these people out to Oakland and come and speak at their facilities. And so this is something that's new and that's coming up. And the next stage is that young people are going to start asking these individuals who they've been watching and who they've been subscribing to and giving donations to. They're going to start asking them to come and speak in front of a crowd of people, and this is where the community is going next. And so this is something new for some of the people in the community. And so because of that, you know, a lot of people is not going to be able to make that transition. And I just gotta be straight blunt out. Some of these guys you've been listening to are bums. They're bottom feeders. You know uh they're like you know back chat guys. They're what do you want to call them? They're you know I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they cannot they're not going to go out there and assist the young people. Just put it like that. They're not going to do it. You know, and mainly because a lot of them are bottom feeders. They're I don't know the proper word. I can't really think it up. Anyway, they're just bottom feeders. We're just gonna use the word bottom feeders. They're Even though that doesn't really go, but it came out. So just bear with me. Just bear with me. And so um, I guess you could just say they're bums, and so they cannot afford to have a magnified glass on their life because it's gonna expose them for who they are, and they're not going to go and assist the younger people. And this is sad because all this stuff is about the younger people. And when the younger people been listening to you for 5 years and they find out, for the first time, they see you for the first time and you a transvestite or you gay or you're a dyke or you some bum that live with your mom or some weird ass thing about you, you know what I'm saying? And we know you don't want them to find out. So chances are, if one of the young brothers and sisters say, "Hey, I want such and such to come speak at my event," chances are they're going to turn it down. And because of this, there's going to be a lot of people that cannot make it to the next step. To the next step because they're no name, no faces. And maybe there might be a couple people out the bunch that know who they is, but they're not public people. They're not public figures. They're shadow dwellers. That's the name they can fit. They're guys that go in and out the back chat. So they're shadow dwellers. And these shadow dwellers is not going to be able to make that transition into public speaking. And because of this, the community is pretty much going to do a a split. And from my end of Linux, I'm looking at least majority of the people you're speaking to and the majority of the people you subscribe to. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say majority of them are shadow dwellers. You know, um, and the shadow dwellers come in multiple different forms. They come in a successful form. You have successful shadow dwellers who have you know different things. Then you have you got bummy shadow dwellers. You got drug addict shadow dwellers, drug dealer shadow dwellers, sexual fucking weirdo shadow dwellers. I mean, they come in different types of forms, and they cannot help us move forward, even though some of these shadow dwellers might have the best knowledge. Some of these shadow dwellers might be a, a excellent, speaker. Some of them, majority of them, speak better than me. Majority of them probably more educated than me. Majority of them probably, you know, probably look better, well dressed, or whatever you want to call it, better than me and better than most people. But they're shadow dwellers. So they cannot afford people to come out and meet and greet people and go out and talk to reporters because there might be a reporter there. We have an event, the local news might show up and they might want to talk to you. Who are you? Well, I'm Tyron Vital. Tyron Vital, Data Dogs Communication, 5,000 League. Like, some of these shadow dwellers, they can't handle that. And that right there is going to cause a big split in the community. And the people who has to pay the price is the younger people, because they've been listening to these shadow dwellers for a long, long time. And now that they actually expect something from them, they're not even going to be able to get it. Now, most people and most viewers do not expect anything from a shadow dweller. They watch these shadow dwellers and they just like the content. They like to being part of a movement. It's like being in a little gang, and you can't say the word black, and you got these little signs and symbols, and we got this little language we go by, and then you got the other gang. They got their little shit that they don't say, and they wear their little colors and RBG, and it's like being a part of a gang. And many people like it, but they don't have any expectations for the people they're listening to. They don't expect anything from you. So your own listeners actually believe you're a bum because they don't expect anything from you. Now, when it comes to me, for some reason, a lot of people have a different standards for me because they expect things from me. They expect Ty Data to have something new. They expect Ty Data to be able to show something different, show something cool. They have expectations. Well, what about the Lakeisha app? What did the Lakeisha app do? What about the 5,000 Elite? What about Kansu and all this? So they have all these expectations of me, and I only been here for a total of about 2 years, and in 2 years, I was able to pop out an international corporation in 2 years. And unfortunately, this is where a lot of my time is going to go. And, I feel some type of way because, starting Tribe Up and doing Tribe Up, I come into this with trying to practice, and we're trying to learn things, and we're trying to help people, push the agenda forward and trying to help people. I didn't realize that, I was actually in the middle and starting a whole new culture and some whole new revolutionary type thing. I never realized that. And I apologize for that. I didn't come in here with laughing and joking intentions. You see what I'm saying? I didn't come in here, to play. But I didn't realize what I was doing while I was doing it. Until now, the next stage, now I realize, like, I just can't, I can't come in here and people actually depended on Tribe Up. People actually, listen to me. Like, there was people actually listening to me. Like, when you say something, oh man, we're going to be doing this, and we're going to be streaming, and we're going to have this, and we're going to have that, and 2 days later somebody pop up with it. Like, people was actually listening. And so, and that's probably why they have expectations of me. And that's perfectly fine. But the truth and the honesty is that, you need to be having more expectations for the shadow dwellers, the people who've been here for 10 years, the people who've been here since the 90s, the people who've been here for a long time. Why no one have no expectations of them? It's like that your own viewers just counted you out. It's like your own viewers think you're a bum. But look at the comments we have. Oh, Ty Data, what about the Lakeisha app? Oh, Ty Data, I don't like it when you do this. Oh, Ty Data, it's like they're expecting things from me. And it's like they're putting me on a pedestal that where I don't even know I'm on, that I don't even feel I belong. And because I'm looking at the shadow dwellers, and it's like no one in their comments asking them to do anything. It's like nobody's asking them, hey, where is where's the $10,000? Or where's the ranch you said you was going to get? And where's this and where's that? And how does that work? And why this? It's like the shadow dunners get a free pass. And I don't really understand the mathematics on how that works. And I'm not even going to even try. But it's very weird that a new person come in 2 years, people have expectations of them. And there's people warping around the back chats and nobody really expecting anything from them. Like your own peers. Don't expect nothing from your own peers. Put you in the junk pile. Your own peers pretty much label you a bum. And when Ty Data come around, it's like, well, we need to, you need to show us some stuff. Ty Data, show us this, show us that. How this work? Where this come from? What are you doing here? What was here? What was here? What was here? It's like they have all these expectations of me. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, only thing I can tell you is, the same expectations you have of me, the same dude you cool with, who's been around for 10 years, have the same expectations of him too. Because if you give him a pass and you give me a test, it's like where your logic at? You see what I'm saying? Where's the logic? You see what I'm saying? I don't know how. Maybe I don't know the logic. But anyway, this younger generation that's been a part of this movement, has been watching these people on these platforms. They want speakers to come to their towns, and they want speakers to come to their cities. And because of this, many of the shadow dwellers and the dudes in the back chats, they're not going to show up to the younger people's towns and cities to accompany them. Now, I've been asked to help with the technical stuff. That's what I do. That's what I offer. Notice it's in my lane. See, it's in my lane. So lanes are very important. So when a person comes into the community, or a person, you meet, make sure you know their lane before you even get to meet them. And if they don't have a lane, then it's okay to assume that they are here looking for a lane and looking for opportunity. Now, this is something I talked back when I went in on the guys from prison and shit a couple months ago, and how I called them opportunists, and they jump on any opportunity, and they don't have any plans or any goals. And if you stay on the path of your goals, they're more likely to work out. But if you don't have any plans or any goals, and you're just there and you just waiting to jump on an opportunity, chances are you're going to just be jumping and warping on different opportunities. And so I talked about that in that video months ago. But now it's coming up again because, I guess, it's a bigger part of, of moving forward and meeting and greeting people and knowing people. Because if you know my lane and I tell you this is my lane, now you have expectations of me. You can have expectations of me. That's the reason why we mention lanes, because we're trying to create a highway. Now, when I have my lane, they have their lane, and everybody have their lane, and we start working. It's called a highway, an Aboriginal highway. This is what Ty Data and Tribe Up was actually trying to build. But when you have people in there that don't have a lane, they don't have any expectations. Everybody else have expectations. It's like, well, I'm the nutritionist. I can teach you how to, make your babies strong. Okay, that's your lane. We have expectations of you now. Well, we have a survivalist. I want to teach people how to live off some fucking bubble gum and a cherry for a month. Okay, well, we have expectations of you. That's your lane. Oh, I work with handicapped people, and I do this and do that. Okay, that's your expectations. But then you have the group of people It's like, shit, I just do whatever, man. I cut your grass. I, you know, paint your house. See, they don't. So now they don't have any expectations, and we're looking at them like, well, we don't have any expectations of them. So that way, you know, now that person gets to sit around and they get to watch us work, and they get to find and pick a lane that they like, and they get to go down that lane. And although that is a good thing, but that is a job for somebody in a younger generation, not for an old ass man. And so, but it is what it is, and life goes and life move on. But the thing is now is where the Aboriginal movement and where the movement I see go here, it's going to be broken up into shadow dwellers and people that want to go assist the younger people. And the secret society and the shadow dwellers, you know, they're gonna take their little stuff. And chances are, just like last 10 years ago, chances are this is going to be the same exact thing last year that's going to happen this year, because it's already happening. Nobody really have any expectations for the shadow dwellers. But it is your job to have expectations for the people you're watching. It's your job when you see Ty Data to have expectations of Ty Data. Ty Data don't come out here with no goddamn speech telling me how I'm a god and how I move mountains with my mind in year 4 every goddamn day. I'm not gonna let Ty Data come out here and sweet talk me and plug talk me and do all this other shit every day. Because people have expectations. And that's one thing about the 5,000 League that I like. Because people gonna put my motherfucking feet to the fire if I don't produce. And if I don't do. And if I don't move. This keeps me going. It's good energy. You see? It's good energy. But guess what? To the shadow dwellers and the backshot dwellers, ain't nobody gonna put their feet to the fire because an average person already labeled you as a nobody. So it's like, shit, just entertain me, man. Just make me laugh and shit. And that's the only expectation they got. Just go on. I just want to go on and have someone to chat with. Like, that's the only expectations many of these people have. But y'all gonna have to cut that shit out. Y'all gonna have to cut that out. Y'all gonna have to stop giving passes to everybody and have no expectations to everybody. Let a brother know, hey, what is your lane? Okay, well, this is what I do. I'm the technical guy. Okay, well, we want to see some new technical shit. We don't want to see the old shit, last year shit. We want to see some new technical shit. We want to see some forward moving progress. Who are you? Oh, well, I'm the speech coach. Okay, well, we want to see some new speech coach shit coming out here. Not the stuff that was last year. So you guys got to start epping your game up, because we're letting losers be losers, and we're actually paying them for being losers. And when we get amongst each other and we huddle amongst each other, we be like, man, we ain't did nothing. We ain't created nothing. We ain't built nothing. And we want to blame the loser, like, oh, this guy, he said he was going to do it. He didn't. It's like, well, it's kind of both of your fault. It's kind of two people's fault. It's your fault for not letting the loser know what you expect from them. You should be able to let that know right off the bat. Right when you meet a person or you figure out their lane, you let them know right off the bat, I expect to see you succeeding and excelling in that lane. Like, you can start from somewhere. If this your first day on the job, cool. We get it. You're trying. You failed a couple times, couple videos flopped, but you're trying. And as long as we can see forward progress, then you should be able to support that person and support whatever content that they give out. You see, but the second a person get comfortable and you don't see anything new coming out, and it's just the same old last year, year after year after year, and you continue to support them and no fruit comes from it, it's kind of your fault too. So I don't want to be too long, but I just want to let the people know, if you want to check us out, where Tribe Up moved to, and the people in the Tribe Up channels, and the surrounding community, get your tribal content from a lot of people there. Hold on one second. You can get your tribal content. And me, I'm experimenting with another technology, some new technology, some motion sensor technology. So you're going to see a lot of, 3D videos and a lot of motion sensor type videos, because that's where I had it. Now, those of you, who are in the 5,000 Elite, we got some big things coming up. Very excited things. I'm super excited. Those of you who's not those of you who's still trying to figure out and see what it is, we have multiple channels. You can just sign up and just request for more information as well. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. I gotta.
27 Hearts Beats.
Okay, yeah, life of a father. Here we go. Yeah, so up here in Minnesota, man, we snowed in, so it's another snow day here. So I figure I'll take time. But another thing I need to talk about is that a lot of people know that I put a lot of work in with the 5,000 Elite, and so that's where a lot of my time is going to be going, because we're also moving to another stage, and and this stage is is a calculated stage. It's very calculated. It's very new, and it's very exciting. And so you can expect fruit. Actually, you can literally see the fruit, because this video right here is a piece of the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to keep coming and coming. And so I just want to mention that. And for you younger guys out there, you know what I'm saying, hey, holla at your guy Ty Data, Tyron Vital. Anytime I can assist you with any ventures, anything you got going, let me know. And I'm sorry that a lot of these guys, they're not gonna show up at your events, and I wish they actually could. So pick the people wisely. Who you want to come and speak. Who you want to come speak with you and for you. Peace is very important. And so I'm out here, I'm trying. I failed. Okay, I don't have no problem with saying that I failed. And I failed because I failed. Ain't no white person, ain't no Asian person, ain't no weird ass redhead or anybody made me fail. I failed because I was a knucklehead. I was a product of my environment, and I thought I knew everything. And what I did know, I explored it and things like that. So I failed, you younger generation, and I'm trying my best to make up. This is the purpose of the Tribe Up. This is the purpose of the 5,000 Elite and everything else. Now, one thing I want to talk about is because I went through the analytics. I went through our analytics. Now, I do know where the trolls are coming from. And the reason why I know where the trolls are coming from is because if you look through the Google Analytics, if you know how to look through analytics and you know how to understand analytics, you will be able to understand and detect different patterns. Now, the trolls are coming from District of Columbia and Texas. They're following us around. They're following us around from platform to platform to platform, trolling us. And there's a technique on how to find this out. I don't have time to do it right now, but one of the shows I'm going to do is I'm going to break down how to find your trolls. And so um if you look in Google Analytics, you can see device, you can see software. You can also see geographic location. Now, geographic location also lets you know where some of the hackers, the potential hackers, might be come from. So therefore, when you when you start rumors and when you make claims, you have some actual data to back you up. Instead of some drunk high ass dude, making up rumors, telling another person, and another person believe it, and them two people gonna make another person believe it, and them three people gonna make another person believe it, and so now you got some high ass dudes going around making up shit with no goddamn analytics. So if you really want to get to the analytics and you really want to pick and tell somebody, go to your Google Analytics. Now we have about 3-4 different channels in Texas, and that bullshit shows up every time. District of Columbia. I don't know anybody from there, but unfortunately, they love all our pages over in District Columbia. So I do know some people from Texas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reginald Green. You know what I'm saying? And Michael George and a couple other people. But other than that, what I'm saying, they're accounted for. So the people I know is actually counted for in the analytics. But there's a couple people that follow us around from platform to platform from Texas. And there's another group of people or person in District of Columbia. Now I don't know anybody from there. So if you are from District of Columbia, if that's you, you know, I know who, what I'm saying. I don't know who you are, but you can't fool that. You can't fool that. We got your device. We know what device you're using. If you are for Texas and you trolling, you think you slick because you try to get a new platform, or you try to get a new channel and you want to come troll all in the comment section and shit, and you want to come thumbs down and do all this other shit. We got your software, man. So you can IP your way as much as you want. We got your software. It's what I'm saying, and we got your geographic. And so I'm gonna break that down and show people how to actually catch potential hacks and things like that. The analytical way, the actually authentic way. Now, it's not 100% true, but at least you have some data to actually back your claim up. At least you have a data when you're going to kill somebody. At least you can have at least a little bit of data. At least can go a long way when you're making a claim and you're trying to destroy and you're trying to bring down a corporation. Some analytics will be perfect. Now, see, I'm from Minnesota, so it's real easy. It's real easy for Minnesota to stand out in your analytics. And chances are Minnesota don't watch your shit. And if they do, chances are it's probably not going to be an extra person in there, because that extra person probably don't care about your channel. And so we're going to break that down a little bit. But for you younger people, we out here nonstop. You know what I'm saying? The rest of y'all, make sure y'all, what I'm saying, keep signing up, because things are going fast. The community is going into a new place. The 5,000 League is going to uncharted territories, and unfortunately, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same because, like I say, a lot of people is not going to be able to make that transition when we go up. And so, and that's all I want to talk about. Uh, you know, I'm trying to get as much content I can to keep Tribe Up going, keep some things. And unfortunately, Aborigine history is not my lane, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? But if there's something you would like to see, you would like the neighborhood to see, email me datadogs33@gmail.com, and what I would do is I would upload the video, and so everybody can see it. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. And you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you just look around the community. There's a lot of, you know, Aboriginal content out there. It's so much Aboriginal content out there. Like we don't even have to ever even do any anymore, and you still wouldn't miss a beat. So shout out, you know, shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, everybody in the community and all the people that's ready to move forward and assist the younger generation when they ask you to come and speak for them. I would, you know, it will be very, you know, it will be very touching if you can actually, you know, assist them in what they need you to do. So, you know, shout out to Chief Holiday, because Chief Holiday is one of the guys that got selected, and Chief Holiday is going. He's going out there, you know, San Francisco, you know, the young brothers out there doing it. They be listening to the community. They putting some stuff together. They're actually starting a whole new part of the culture. I don't know if they know this yet, but they're actually starting a whole new part of the culture that hasn't even been really, you know, started yet. And so shout out to them. You know, hopefully a Spice One come. You know what I'm saying, man? Spice One got to get on the track, man. If you could get me on the track with Spice One, man, I'll leave tonight. That's my guy. Don't forget E40 out there. E40. Who else out there? We got E40. Who else from the Bay, man? Who else from the Bay? I think E40 and the Click. Be Legit. Yeah, I think all them over there from the Bay. Yeah, those are back in my day right there. So I'm a little old school, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm gonna go ahead and don't forget, you know, when we upload this on the other channels, subscribe to our new channels in the link in the description box, and you can continue to see what's new. And I'm sorry, you know, that I don't have enough time to do what I want to do and to bring all the new technology and come out with all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget, you know, those of you who are members, the cure is in the code. You know what I'm saying? We're going to continue that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get deep. I'm going to explain how to listen mathematically. I'm going to explain how to talk mathematically. I'm going to explain a lot of stuff with some mathematical stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good thing. And so, and those of you who, you know, and those of you who are interested in the Lakeisha app, you can go on the Lakeisha app YouTube page, and then it will give you Lakeisha app's resume. So you can see, you know, what the Lakeisha app has accomplished and some of the things it has done, and you know, it will keep you up to date and things like that. So if you're interested in that, definitely check that out. So we out of here. Finna head out. Peace.
27 Hearts Beats.
We be solid. 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 Like throwing up the fin and stacking on the boss. While y'all might take it as a win, and I might take it as a loss. Well, I don't know about Tad Data. He's a swirler and I don't trust him. Well, between China and India, that's like 5 billion motherfuckers. You think I'ma sit around and butter up you motherfuckers? With a mathematical equation location is right here, motherfucker. I might be in Minnesota, that's where we're Chicago, motherfucker. So check your GPS, the destination of a hustler. They don't even gotta buy for free. I'm giving away this shit. And some people don't even recognize it. Like, what the fuck is this? It's genesis to your existence, and it's that you implement. Cause we be solid. We be solid. We be solid. We be solid. further destruction. The people the longest they follow behind Allah. Are you going or you staying? You got plans or you praying? Cause the number one excuse you got is a pedophile ass white. Did your book warn you about a creature with 5,000 heads and 10,000 hands? Cause y'all niggas is lame, doing the same thing over again like Neo in a train. When it's time to do the rain dance. We be silent.